Hey guys, today I'm sitting down and trying out a whole heap of L'Oreal's base products. I have everything I need to do my base except for concealer, so it's going to be like an affordable, well, L'Oreal isn't exactly cheap, so I don't know if you can really call it affordable. It's just available in Priceline, so I might get lots of requests to do like drugstore related content videos and things you can get from Priceline. So this is for those of you who have been asking for that type of content. I was very kindly sent all of the products that I'm going to feature for my base makeup in today's video, so thank you so much to the team from L'Oreal. As I was saying, I don't have concealer, but I do have a Maybelline concealer, so I will use that. Let's get stuck into actually trying out these L'Oreal goodies. I'm really excited to use the Infallible 24-hour wear foundation. I've heard lots of good, just knocking everything over. I've heard lots of good things about this, so we'll do a little bit of a wear test and everything as well. So I've already moisturized off camera and put my eye cream on, but I do have a primer to try today, and it is the L'Oreal Infallible Magic Essence Drops. Brightens, hydrates, and smooths skin. Ooh, it is actually blue. It is 110% blue, so I guess we shall see how this goes. Oh, it's thick. It's not crazy runny. I don't know how much to use. That should suffice though. Oh, it has like a gel-like texture. Feels good going onto my skin, so that's a positive. I have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour wear foundation here to try in shade 220 Sand Beige. I think this might be a little bit too dark for me right now. I do have fake tan on my body, so like my face is white, but like my body is tan. When it comes to this situation, you've got to match your foundation to your body, not to your face. Now I was trying to read like up all the claims of this foundation on like L'Oreal's website and stuff, and it's all kind of vague. Just says it's 24-hour wear. It doesn't say if it's meant to be like a matte finish, a dewy finish, an in-between finish, like I don't really know. But it does only come in 10 shades here in Australia, which is a bit surprising because I'm pretty sure it comes in 30 shades in the US, but not in good old Australia. They did give me these little swatch cards though that are very helpful to show you guys like what colors they actually have here. So these are the 10 shades. Even the lightest shade isn't that light, and then the darkest shade is definitely not as dark as people go. I don't know, like brands obviously think, like big brands like L'Oreal and stuff, they have like extensive shade ranges that they obviously have in places like the US where there's more of a higher population of people with darker complexions, but in Australia we have a lower population, so they typically only cater to this in-between category, which is really disappointing because if you're dark you essentially have these two colors to choose from in Australia, or you have to get it from America. So I'm going to give the foundation a good old shaking, and I'm just going to dispense it into this dish. I'll just do 3 in there. Oh, it's a very runny consistency, as you guys can see. Very runny. And I'm just going to use my Sigma 3D HD blender that comes in my favorites brush set to apply it. Oh yeah. She is way too dark for me today. We'll have to balance it out with concealer. It's a really thin consistency. Like when I dab my sponge into it, it absorbs a lot into the sponge, but then when I tap it on my face, it applies to my face nicely. Should have worn a turtleneck today. I do have a lighter shade, 130. Oh, I didn't do a close-up of my skin before. Dickhead. Oh God, I totally forgot. Anyway. Just gonna layer these 2 shades and try and balance it out a bit. Oh, that's better. Just popping a bit of 130, the shade 130 over the top, which I thought would be too light, but you know what? 130 probably would actually be okay. It feels like nothing on the skin though, just like off first impressions. It has a very slight fragrance. I don't really know how to describe it though. I mean, I haven't looked at my skin up close yet, but like from far away, it's looking very nice. And that color's actually good now that I've layered those 2 shades. It's like dried down fairly matte, and I have like a little bit of a sort of combination skin type at the moment. So I'm kind of like normal, but I'm also kind of a little bit dry at the moment. Cool. So I'm just going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I actually flippin' love this concealer. Like the more I use it, the more I like it. I use the shade Light Pale as well, and now I'm using Fair Clair. And I'm just going to put Fair Clair like actually on the very inner portion of my eye because I want it to be nice and light under there. Okay, that concealer applied really nicely over the top. So I need to go in and set my face now, and I do have the Infallible, now I can't say it, the L'Oreal Magic Loose Powder, which is a translucent powder that's loose, that mattifies, brightens and smooths. I'm not going to use this under my eye just because if it mattifies, it's just going to be over for me. I can't use mattifying translucent powders under my eyes. It's too intense. That area under your eyes is super sensitive and a little bit dry than the rest of your face naturally. So if it's mattifying, don't put it under your eyes. So I'm just going to use my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in the shade Light. This is what I usually use under my eyes because it's a nice light color and it has a bit of pigmentation to it. So it means it actually helps to like brighten your under eyes versus what a translucent powder will do. And I'm going to set my eyelids with it too. I don't feel like I really need anything mattifying at the moment, but just for the sake of actually trying out this loose powder, we're going to give it a go. Oh my God, it's blue. I picked a really great day to have a blue background, didn't I? Blue primer and now blue setting powder. I don't know, like they say it's translucent, but then it's blue. Like you're confusing me. It's literally blue. So I'm just gonna use a little bit. Ooh. Okay, phew, my face doesn't look blue. I was concerned for a second. I was like, girl. Ooh, I feel like it definitely made my skin just look smooth. Like my forehead was looking a little not like the smoothest it could possibly look, and now it's looking really smooth. I've got some L'Oreal blushes, bronzers and highlights to give a whirl too. So this is the Back to Bronze 02 Sun Kissed. So I've actually had this for ages and just haven't got around to using it. So that's a shade there. I mean, it looks like it's going to be perfect. We'll give it a whirl and we shall see. I'm taking my small contour F05 brush. This is available in my little Sigma favorite set. So far, the sponge, the brush I use for under my eyes, and this brush are all available in my actual favorite set, which will be linked in the description box for you. Nice, not too crazy. First off the bat, I prefer a buildable bronzer. Ow, I just hit my elbow. This shade is literally perfect. Holy moly, it's blending so beautifully over the skin. Oh, that's a really good bronzer shade. Okay, L'Oreal, come through. It's very similar to my HUDA Light. So HUDA Light is my favorite bronzer. So it's just slightly darker. I wonder if it's similar to my Fenty one. And Fenty is my other newest favorite bronzer. This is Fenty Shady Biz. Oh girl, they are very similar too. The L'Oreal one is just slightly more cool toned. I think I just found another new favorite bronzer. Girl, my base makeup is looking on fleek right now. She's looking nice. So next up, I'm going to use Life's a Peach blush, and this is 01 Peach Addict on the same brush, and it's like a peachy apricot shade. Looks beautiful, perfect color blush for me today because I'm using the orange neon palette from Huda Beauty after this. So that's that color there. That's a nice blush shade. L'Oreal, I'm impressed so far. Ooh, I'm getting really excited right now. I hope you guys are excited because I mean, I could have just found some new staple products in my makeup routine in their drugstore. So next up, I'm going to use I'm not even gonna try to say that. It's a highlight palette. So it has 4 beautiful shades. I feel like the first 2 are probably the only 2 I would use. And I reckon I might use the lightest one, which is called Sundust. And I'm just taking a high cheekbone. Actually, no. Yeah. I'm just going to take my high cheekbone highlighter F03 brush. Let's see how this baby goes. Wow. That is perfection. That is like the exact sort of highlight shade I love to use. Like still gold undertones, but really light gold, not yellow, like champagne-y kind of. Not even champagne-y, what would you even call that? Things are looking up in the world of drugstore. Let me tell you, I feel like my base makeup is looking real nice. Like, so nice. What do you guys think so far? Especially with this bronzer, I think this is like my favorite product so far. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my brows and eyes off camera since they're not affordable products, and I'll check back in with you guys once I've done. Just do a little time check. It is, oh, I'm about to look like so vain because my background is the photo of myself, but it's an eye makeup look I did yesterday, and I'm honestly like shook at myself and how beautiful the blend is and the colors that I just want to have it as my background. Does anyone else have themselves as their phone background? I literally look like a twat right now. I'm a little bit of a twat, but not like the biggest twat, but a little bit of a twat. But anyway, it's 10:30. Just doing the first check-in, so it's 10:30, all my base makeup is down. I'm going to try and wear this for as long as possible today as well. So I'll see you guys when I got the rest of my makeup on. I'm excited to play with some neon colors. Woo! Hey guys, so I am back. It is 12 o'clock. I've just been filming and taking photos and stuff, and my foundation is looking really nice. It's just a little bit like heavy around my mustache. I feel like all the foundation's sort of like clung to my mustache hair. That could also be because I used 2 layers plus concealer, which I didn't need to do the 2 layers. It was just because of the incorrect color. But other than that, it's like sitting flawlessly everywhere else on my face. It's just the top lip, I feel like looks a little like 5 o'clock shadowy is what I'm trying to say. Maybe if I pluck some hair. Yeah, it just looks a little bit cakey around that area. It's kind of like emphasizing all the really tiny little fine lines I have around my mouth. And I do have some eyeshadow fallout on my cheek from my eye makeup. Whoops, I stabbed myself. But it won't dust off because it was wet, and so now it's stuck to my face. I feel like I probably could have used like some Fix Plus, and it might have helped like settle it down around my mouth. I might actually just do that and just see for the sake of like testing it. I'm just going to give like a little spritz just around my mouth area, and then I might like dab over the top with my sponge. I mean, not really. I think I actually lifted up the foundation. Yeah, I think I just made it worse, but anyway. What can you do? What can you do? All in all, so far my first impressions are like everything's really nice. The bronzer in particular, oh my god, I freaking love this. It's like the most perfect color for my complexion. Foundation is looking really nice other than around my mouth, but I think maybe if I actually shave my face, I might not have that issue, so I'll just have to keep you guys posted on that one. The powder is definitely like made my skin look more airbrushed, I feel like, once I set my face. I really like the primer. So far I liked everything. So I'm gonna go off about my day and I'll check back in with you guys soon. Hey guys, so we are back for the final check-in. It is like just about 5:30, so I've had this on for about 7 hours. I was gonna leave it on for longer, but my eyes really hurt and I'm going to my in-laws' house for dinner and I don't feel like wearing a full face of makeup there. So this is what it looks like after 7 hours, and to be honest, it's actually worn really well. I've been blowing my nose a lot and surprisingly, most of it stayed on my nose. It's actually probably one of the better foundations with like coming off my nose when I blow it, like as in a lot of it stayed intact. Usually most foundations just come right off. It's only very slightly like oily on my forehead. It was a little bit cakey across my mustache, as you guys would have heard me saying earlier, but I think that's more so that I need to shave or wax my top lip. I had a little 5 o'clock shadow like all day. I'm actually pretty impressed with every single product I used today. I think I'm actually going to be reaching for all of this really often. I like the fact that the foundation is like super lightweight. I definitely think I put too much on. I think I could have got away with the one layer, but obviously I used 220 sand, which was way too dark. I think it would be too dark even when I'm like really fake tanned. So I've got 130 True Beige here as well. So I think next time I will mix a pump of each together. And I think that might be my perfect shade. Sorry, the heater just turned on. I forgot to turn it off before I sat down to film. That's all right, you guys won't mind. I'm sure it's the end of the video, so I actually liked the powder as well. Probably more so for summer. I don't think I'll get much use out of it in the colder months because I don't like to be crazy matte in winter, which it is winter now here in Australia, and where I live it gets cold, so it can be a little bit too harsh on my skin this time of year. But in summer, I'm very curious to see how it helps prolong my foundation. But overall, this was a good day, a good makeup day. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll have a little chat to you guys down there. And subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll be talking to you in the comment section and in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.